The plant pictured here is a species of Amelanchier, also known as the serviceberry. You'll notice on the fact sheets there's other common names as well: shadbush, juneberry, and my favorite, Saskatoon. You can use any of those that you want on the test, but serviceberry is probably one of the most commonly used common names for this plant. Depending on the species and cultivar, Amelanchier can be anything from a shrub to a small tree. The bark is light gray in color, although sometimes it can be brown. It's pretty smooth as shown in the picture here. However, with age, the bark becomes more deeply fissured. The rule I always give students in face-to-face classes about this tree is that if it looks like nothing at all, it's probably serviceberry. When I was in graduate school, my advisor frequently would take us out in the mountains where this grows natively and ask us to identify plants, and so the joke became that anytime I didn't know what plant it was, I would just say serviceberry. The leaves are pretty nondescript. They have alternate leaf arrangement, elliptic to lanceolate shape. The margins are serrate. Really nothing distinctive at all about these leaves. Here you can see one close up. You'll notice that sometimes the base is cordate, but that's not a consistent trait for this plant. It does usually have quite a nice fall foliage color, a bright orange to red color as shown here. And here you can see the flowers. The flowers come out in spring, just as the new leaves begin to emerge. They are white with 5 petals, because this plant is in the rose family, as is strawberry. Plants in the rose family are going to have flower parts in multiples of 5. So 5 petals, and I'm not going to count the stamens in those flowers, but they will be in multiples of 5 as well. So small clusters of white flowers with 5 petals. And depending on the species and cultivar, the appearance of those flowers might be quite different. So here we have an Amelanchier species where the petals are longer and thinner than in the previous picture, but you'll notice it's still white and there's still 5. The fruits of Amelanchier are quite distinctive, and they're pretty much the only thing about this plant that is distinctive. They look a lot like blueberries, but unlike blueberries, they're on much longer pedicels. But other than that, they look very similar. They come out this bright red color, and then as they mature, they turn a dark purplish blue, very similar to a blueberry, and they have that glaucous coating over the fruit as well. They also taste somewhat like blueberries. So with that, we conclude our discussion of Amelanchier, the serviceberry.